Hello, hi, how the hell are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a really good day so far. Raggedy Mandy here. And today I'm going to be showing y'all how I do my hair in my regular everyday day-to-day life. That's not necessarily true because 99.9% of the time I have my hair up in a cinnamon bun, you know, the like high haphazardly placed bun that you put on top of your head when you just don't want none. You know what I'm talking about. But when I'm filming or when I have a place to go, I usually try to do my hair somewhat nice. So I wanted to show y'all how I usually do that. And I thought that this would be a really fun video for my members. So thank y'all so much for being a member. This is just a way for me to be able to give back to y'all. And really quickly before we get started, I just want to kind of give y'all a forewarning because I have sort of this like devil may care attitude when it comes to doing my hair. I'm like the laziest hairstylist person that there ever was. And I use a lot of heat. So I don't use a lot of hair protectants or heat protectants or that type of thing. I just don't really think that it works. I know there's videos and Brad Mondo and this, that, and the other. I just, you know, I just think it's another step and I'm lazy. So I don't really use those products. Also, when it comes to like hair tools and that type of thing, I don't really worry about price. I don't worry about name brands. So I have one flat iron that I got from TJ Maxx several years ago at this point that I picked up for $25. And then I use a barrel curler that I also picked up at TJ Maxx for I want to say around the same amount. And it works great. It's fine. It does exactly what I need it to do. So I use this Hair Fetish hair straightening iron, straightening iron, whatever. And for my barrel curler, this is the one I've been using. This is from the brand Lang. I think this is about a 1.5 inch or a 2-inch barrel, but I do change these out for a bedhead brand. Is it bedhead? Yeah, I think it's a bedhead brand for a 1-inch, depending on how I want my curl. But for the last couple of months, this is the one I've been using because I want kind of that relaxed, like you didn't really put too much effort into your hair, but it still looks really good and effortless and beautiful and wavy and, you know, beachy and summery, and I like that. That's the look that I've been going for. So this is what my freshly washed, air dried, went to bed with my hair wet hair looks like in my everyday life. And as you can see, it does have a lot of body, but my curls don't really have a whole lot of rhyme or reason. They don't know which direction they're gonna go. They have no job. They have a low credit score. And they just generally are slackers. So underneath is a little bit more curly than on top, but just generally it's frizzy, and this is what I'm dealing with in my everyday. So I just take a paddle brush and I brush out all the tangles and whatnot. Then I'm gonna do this and we're gonna come back and I'm gonna look like I have my hair out to here, and that's okay because we're gonna get through it. All right, so once we have our hair brushed out, now's the point we're going to separate it into two somewhat equal sections. So I take my part and I go all the way to the back, all the way to the back of the neck, and then I separate into my right side and my left side. And what we're gonna do basically is we're gonna take small sections, say about like this much. Let me just start that section over because the cat came in and I don't really remember where I was in the whole conversation. So from the beginning, I like to take good hearty sections like this, and I like to focus the heat mainly on the top portion and then go fast in the middle and then focus it again on the bottom portion. And the reason why I like the heat to be focused more down here is because it kind of gives it that beachier look when it's all said and done and when the curls are in place. So once this section is done, I just take my little clippy and then I put that section over there. So I know that that section is done, and then I start from the next section. So I take it, you know, a big hearty section, and then I straighten it right there and then go fast in the middle because that's where I want the body, and then I slow down at the ends, and then I just kind of go over the ends a little bit more just to have it nice and straight and, you know, whimsical looking. So I'm going to keep on doing this until I'm done with this section, and then I will come back with the other section. All right, y'all, so this is what the left side looks like when it is straightened, and as you can see, it's not 100% perfect. You don't want it to be like completely bone straight. You still want to have a little bit of that natural body. That is exactly what you want because you want to have that curlability later on. But basically what the straightening does is it straightens the ends and also takes away that frizziness and a lot of the flyaways. So that's what we did. And now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the right side, and then I'll be right back. So now that we have our hair as straight as we like it, now is the time for the fun part. If you part your hair to the right, to the left, or down the center, now's the time to go ahead and perfect your part because it's not gonna change from here on out. So we're gonna start from the left side, at least that's how I usually do it. And I'm just gonna take my barrel curler and I always curl away from my face. I don't offset, I don't change the course of the hair, I don't change the direction. Anytime, ever. I just like to have it all in one area because it looks a little bit neater and kind of more flowy and bouncy and almost like vintage style looking. And that's just how I like it. So I just take like the center bang, this part here, and I'm just going to wrap it around the barrel curler, and I don't twist the hair. That's like a totally different type of wave. I like to just keep it nice and straight, and I don't do the end part because I like it to look a little bit more beachy, and I just hold it there for a couple of seconds and then I let it go. And when I let it go, this is the part that I kind of straighten it and then I shake it. So I just shake the shit out of my hair, and then it kind of looks a little bit like that. So we're just gonna take this piece and we're going to put it on this side like I did earlier. I'm gonna like snap that sucker into place, and then I'm gonna go the whole way around my hair, but I'm gonna show you one more time. And so I'm gonna take this section here, and it goes by a lot faster if you straighten your hair first. You don't have as much like thickness to it. The strands aren't nearly as girthy. And then you're gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm leaving the strands out, the bottom strands, and then I pull it and then shake that bitch. And then this is what the final curl looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue the side, and then I'll be right back. So now this is what the left side looks like when it is done. And as you can see, it has a lot of body, it has a lot of movement and volume to it. But if you want to kind of tweak it a little bit, you can definitely do that. So I wanted to add a little bit more volume right here. I can just get the curling iron and just kind of tweak it a little bit and shake it. So let's move on to the right side. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to take the first section, which is my bang section, and I'm going to wrap it around the barrel. Once again, I'm leaving this bottom portion out, and now I'm going to straighten it and then shake it. And once again, it just adds all that volume right there on the front. And as always, I gotta pin that sucker to the side, and I'm gonna move on to the next one. And you can always do this if you want to add extensions. You just add your extensions before you even start. So you wanna do the exact same thing. You wanna straighten your hair at the same amount, then you wanna curl it at the same amount. Just kind of give it that conformity look. I don't really like to wear extensions that often, only if it's like a special occasion or something, but I have a good bit of hair right now, so my thyroid is like behaving itself. So I'm just gonna hold it right there just for a couple of seconds, and then I'm gonna let it go, straighten it out, and then shake it. So this past Sunday, me and my mom, my mother-in-law, and my two daughters went to go to the movies, and we went and watched Where the Crawdads Sing. Have y'all seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought about it. My mother-in-law and my daughter both read the books, and they loved the books. I never read the book because at the time I wasn't really into reading that much. I hadn't like gotten the itch quite yet, but now I'm kind of wanting to read it. But it was a fairly good movie. It was surprising. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot because I thought it was gonna feel more, I don't know, like Hallmarky and kind of feel good, but it does have that grunge and that edge to it, which I really did enjoy. And I actually just found out a couple of days ago that the author, who is like a 71-year-old woman, is wanted for a murder, or like wanted to be questioned for a murder. So she is, or was, a zoologist. And I think she was going, if I read it correctly, she was going after poachers, or her and a crew were going after poachers and were murdering poachers. So some crazy stuff. So anyway, I'm rambling. So this is what the hair looks like when it's pretty much done. And I'm gonna go in with this dry finish working texture spray. This is from the brand Kristen S. And I just got this from Ulta. I think it was like $8 or something. And I'm just gonna add a little bit right there at the bottoms. And it just kind of gives it a little more of a textured appearance to it. And before I'm 100% done, I just like to give it a little bit of a brush just to make it look nice and soft. And I just kind of go throughout the hair, just like that. And a little on this side too. And that is pretty much it. And then I'm gonna spin around and show you what the back looks like really quickly. And it's just a very easy hairstyle that I just really enjoy. It doesn't take a whole lot of time or effort, and it just works every single time. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, as I mentioned before. And thank y'all so much for being a member. I always appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I'll be seeing y'all very soon. Bye.